Dario. It's Italian. It's an Italian name. Dario. I think I mentioned it previously in another video and I was calling it Diadario, and I've seen other people do that too. Like that guy, Jacobra. Who I'm not super familiar with, but I've been watching his channel recently, primarily because of this, the Dario thing. And if you haven't, if you're not a nerd that's into guitar niche YouTube videos, then it's likely you've missed the Dario scandal. And that was that the Dario put out a little short music video with some music on Instagram to promote their latest strings, and people pointed out that the music was AI that they were using, and the drama ensued, and the Dario said, no, it isn't, it was an employee of ours, and then I don't know, but basically Jacobra did some detective work and it flushed the culprit out. Go watch his channel. It's pretty good. He really put a lot of effort into that. He's got a knack for the details that I simply don't have. Other content creators made videos. Rhett Shaw made a pretty in-depth video, and the Samurai guitarist made one, and the bass guy, Danny Sapko, made one, and that guy with the long hair who likes to stir the pot. I can't remember what his channel's called. It's kind of taking the heat off Fender a little bit, although the AI is a big problem in the guitar world, because the Fender CEO mentioned that AI is it's just like bands playing cover music or something like that. But this was an old interview, but people like to pound on that guy right now. So anyway, the winner out of the Dario drama is definitely Jacobra. Jacobra did it. He's got the best video on the whole thing so far. And congratulations, you win, buddy. And then what else happened in the guitar world? Someone told a professional guitarist that you don't need to know all the notes on the fretboard. And that's something that is kind of a common thing on forums. Like, I've seen it on Reddit. People will die on the hill saying, no, man, you can learn to play without knowing all the notes on the fretboard. Sure. But why would you disadvantage yourself in such a way? It makes zero sense. Maybe it's a bit challenging at first, but it's not really that difficult. And one thing I'll mention to you is that if you want to learn all the notes on the fretboard, something that helped me was this, and I gave this some thought and I figured it out. Most intermediate guitarists know all the notes on the 6th string. They know all the notes on the 5th string. I've said this before. And they have to, because in order to make someone says, hey, can you play a C chord? Can you play an A minor chord? So they normally root that off these two strings. What's a G? Here's a G, here's a G. So it gets ingrained to you where these notes are. So but for some reason, the 2nd string primarily is the culprit. Now, if you want to learn all the notes in the fretboard, a little trick, you don't need to, I see guys develop video games and all this nonsense and stuff like that, but just play the guitar, but do it with purpose. Do it with a goal. And this exercise, you can do it every day until you really know it, and then keep doing it still. But run through a diatonic chord sequence, which is just like a major key in chords. It's a harmonized major key. And for instance, do it in D. And just instead of, we normally play a D, like this cowboy chord like this, right? You strike the 4 strings across the top here, because you got an open D, that's your root. Now let's eliminate that, okay, and just play the triad. And what you have here is you have the 5th of the chord, which is the A, okay? You have the root, which is the D, and you have the major 3rd, which is an F sharp, okay? And that makes a D major triad. And in this case, we are rooting this off the second string. That's the name of the chord. Is whatever our finger is on the second string, that's the name of the chord, okay? For this exercise. So here's our triad. Here's our D triad. We got an A, we got a D, we got an F sharp. Fifth, root, major third. Okay, and in the diatonic chord sequence, the one chord is a major, okay? The two chord is a minor. We're going to go up a whole step to an E minor. And to make a minor, you just have to lower the third, okay? So that's the one, and that's the two. D, E minor, okay? Still got your fifth, your root, and now your lowered third. Now, learning these things at the same time is super valuable. So you got your one, you got your D, you got your two, which is your E. Now you're going to have your three, which is also minor. And that's another whole step. That's an F sharp minor. Again, you got your fifth, your root, and your flat third. Now we're going to go to a half step to a major. Okay? So remember, this was F sharp minor. Now we're going to go to G major. Fifth, root, major third. Now we're going to go up a whole step to an A. So this is the fourth degree. This is the fifth degree. It's A major. Fifth, root, major third within the triad, okay? But it's also the fifth degree of D. It's A major. Now we're going to go up to sixth degree, and that's a minor. B minor. You got your fifth, your root, and your flat third. Now we're going to go to the seventh degree, which is a C sharp diminished. Now to make a diminished triad, you just need to, it's a minor, so you have the flat third already, and you're going to also flat the fifth and play the root. So you got your flat fifth, your root, and your flat third. And that's a B diminished. Sorry, that's a C sharp diminished. There's a B minor, C sharp diminished, back to a D. Okay? Now what's interesting about that is that you can play D sharp minor, G, we can run through that exercise, and by using these triads in your playing, you'll learn the names of all the notes on the second string, okay? And then you'll basically have it, like, you know, that's the one missing piece, okay? Simply because the sixth and the one, the sixth string and the first string are the same. So if you know all the notes on the sixth, you know all the notes on the first. You know all the notes on the A string, but then you have this octave scenario too, between the sixth and the fourth and the fifth and the third. So really this one is the missing piece, you know. And you can also do it in C. So C, obviously the fifth of C and the major third of C is open, so you can just strum it like this. Then you go, so C is the 1, D minor is the 2, E minor is the 3, F is the 4, G is the 5, A minor is the 6, B diminished, the 7, back to the C. So if you practice those two keys, you'll get it down pretty quickly. Okay, back to D. And then try to incorporate it in your playing, you know? Like, here's an A minor. This is the A minor triad. So if you're playing an A minor pentatonic scale, if you've listened to Albert King or Stevie Ray Vaughan, you've heard this lick. Something like that. It's really just a minor triad. Same as that. Here's the fifth, the root, minor third bent. Okay, now another thing that's interesting is that if you noticed in the key of D, 1, 2, 3, 4, so the 4 is major and the 5 is major, and that's a G and an A, okay? So if you're in a situation where there's a song with an A to a G, back to an A to a G, and you want to play embellishments or lead lines or something like that, you have these tools available to you. I mean, one thing is you can go up the register and play the triad up here. If you got another guitarist or a bass player laying this down, you know. You can be like, there we go. And you can use that to, all I'm doing is playing the D major scale. I'm trying to just keep aware of which chord I should be over. And another thing you can do is you can play the D major scale, but you can root the one of each chord on the root wherever it is in the progression. So for instance, A, you see how that's a useful tool? So in a situation where you got A and G, And then let's say it's G and F. Then that's going to be C. Triad. Then when you hit a wrong note, then you should pick up on it. But anyway, yeah, learn all the notes on the fretboard. And here's a tool to do that. Also, play it backwards too. I mean, because it helps you. What's wrong with what I'm doing there? So, backwards is really important. Obviously, I'm more comfortable going forwards. So now I know that I should work on that. It can help you with songwriting. I mean, it's big. That's the other thing is you have this minor, you have an E minor up to an F sharp minor. So you have two minors, one whole step away from each other. You can find ways to chromatically run